38. 1. Then the Lord answered Job out of the whirlwind, and said, 38. 2. Who is this that darkeneth counsel by words without knowledge? 38. 3. Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me. 38. 4. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare, if thou hast understanding. 38. 5. Who hath laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon it? 38. 6. Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? 38. 7. When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of God shouted for joy. 38. 8. Or who shut up the sea with doors, when it brake forth, as if it had issued out of the womb? 38. 9. When I made the cloud the garment thereof, and thick darkness a swaddling band for it. 38. 10. And brake up for it my decreed place, and set bars and doors. 38. 11. And said, Hitherto shalt thou come, but no further, and here shall thy proud waves be stayed. 38. 12. Hast thou commanded the morning since thy days, and caused the dayspring to know his place? 38. 13. That it might take hold of the ends of the earth, that the wicked might be shaken out of it. 38. 14. It is turned as clay to the seal, and they stand as a garment. 38. 15. And from the wicked their light is withholden, and the high arm shall be broken. 38. 16. Hast thou entered into the springs of the sea? Or hast thou walked in the search of the depth? 38. 17. Have the gates of death been opened unto thee? Or hast thou seen the doors of the shadow of death? 38. 18. Hast thou perceived the breadth of the earth? Declare if thou knowest it all. 38. 19. Where is the way where light dwelleth? And as for darkness, where is the place thereof? 38. 20. That thou shouldest take it to the bound thereof, and that thou shouldest know the paths to the house thereof. 38. 21. Knowest thou it, because thou wast then born? Or because the number of thy days is great? 38. 22. Hast thou entered into the treasures of the snow? Or hast thou seen the treasures of the hail? 38. 23. Which I have reserved against the time of trouble, against the day of battle and war. 38. 24. By what way is the light parted, which scattereth the east wind upon the earth? 38. 25. Who hath divided a watercourse for the overflowing of waters, or a way for the lightning of thunder? 38. 26. To cause it to rain on the earth, where no man is, on the wilderness, wherein there is no man. 38. 27. To satisfy the desolate and waste ground, and to cause the www.hollybooks.com. Page 307. Job. Bud of the tender herb to spring forth. 38. 28. Hath the rain a father? Or who hath begotten the drops of dew? 38. 29. Out of whose womb came the ice? And the hoary frost of heaven, who hath gendered it? 38. 30. The waters are hid as with a stone, and the face of the deep is frozen. 38. 31. Canst thou bind the sweet influences of Pleiades, or loose the bands of Orion? 38. 32. Canst thou bring forth Mazzaroth in his season? Or canst thou guide Arcturus with his sons? 38. 33. Knowest thou the ordinances of heaven? Canst thou set the dominion thereof in the earth? 38. 34. Canst thou lift up thy voice to the clouds, that abundance of waters may cover thee? 38. 35. Canst thou send lightnings, that they may go, and say unto thee, Here we are? 38. 36. Who hath put wisdom in the inward parts? Or who hath given understanding to the heart? 38. 37. Who can number the clouds in wisdom? Or who can stay the bottles of heaven? 38. 38. When the dust groweth into hardness, and the clods cleave fast together. 38. 39. Wilt thou hunt the prey for the lion? Or fill the appetite of the young lions? 38. 40. When they couch in their dens, and abide in the covert to lie in wait. 38. 41. Who provideth for the raven his food? When his young ones cry unto God, they wander for lack of meat. 39. 1. Knowest thou the time when the wild goats of the rock bring forth? Or canst thou mark when the hinds do calve? 39. 2. Canst thou number the months that they fulfill? Or knowest thou the time when they bring forth? 39. 3. They bow themselves, they bring forth their young ones, they cast out their sorrows. 39. 4. Their young ones are in good liking, they grow up with corn, they go forth, and return not unto them. 39. 5. Who hath sent out the wild ass free? Or who hath loosed the bands of the wild ass? 39. 6. Whose house I have made the wilderness, and the barren land his dwellings. 39. 7. He scorneth the multitude of the city, neither regardeth he the crying of the driver. 39. 8. The range of the mountains is his pasture, and he searcheth after every green thing. 39. 9. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib? 39. 10. Canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow? Or will he harrow the valleys after thee? 39. 11. Wilt thou trust him, because his strength is great? Or wilt thou leave thy labor to him? 39. 12. Wilt thou believe him, that he will bring home thy seed, and gather it into thy barn? 39. 13. Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks? Or wings and feathers unto the ostrich? 39. 14. Which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in dust? 39. 15. And forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beast may break them. 39. 16. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear. 39. 17. Because God hath deprived her of wisdom, neither hath he imparted to her understanding. 39. 18. What time she lifteth up herself on high, she scorneth the horse and his rider. 39. 19. Hath thou given the horse strength? Hast thou clothed his neck with thunder? 39. 20. Canst thou make him afraid as a grasshopper? The glory of his nostrils is terrible. 39. 21. He caught in the valley, and rejoiced in his strength, he goeth on to meet the armed men. 39. 22. He mocketh at fear, and is not affrighted, neither turneth he back from the sword. 39. 23. The quiver rattleth against him, the glittering spear and the shield. 39. 24. He swalloweth the ground with fierceness and rage, neither believeth he that it is the sound of the trumpet. 39. 25. He saith among the trumpets, Ha, ha, and he smelleth the battle afar off, the thunder of the captains, and the shouting. 39. 26. Doth the hawk fly by thy wisdom, and stretch her wings toward the south? 39. 27. Doth the eagle mount up at thy command, and make her nest on high? 39. 28. She dwelleth and abideth on the rock, upon the crag of the rock, and the strong place. 39. 29. From thence she seeketh the prey, and her eyes behold afar off. 39. 30. Her young ones also suck up blood, and where the slain are, there is she. 40. 1. Moreover the Lord answered Job, and said, 42. Shall he that contendeth with the Almighty instruct him? He that reproveth God, let him answer it. 43. Then Job answered the Lord, and said, 44. Behold, I am vile, what shall I answer thee? I will lay mine hand upon my mouth. 45. Once have I spoken, but I will not answer, yea, twice, but I will proceed no further. 46. Then answered the Lord unto Job out of the whirlwind, and said, 47. Gird up thy loins now like a man, I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. 48. Wilt thou also disannul my judgment? Wilt thou condemn me, that thou mayest be righteous? 49. Hast thou an arm like God? Or canst thou thunder with a voice like him? 40. 10. Deck thyself now with majesty and excellency, and array thyself with glory and beauty. 40. 11. Cast abroad the rage of thy wrath, and behold every one that is proud, and abase him. 40. 12. Look on every one that is proud, and bring him low, and tread down the wicked in their place. 40. 13. Hide them in the dust together, and bind their faces in secret. 40. 14. Then will I also confess unto thee that thine own right hand can save thee. 40. 15. Behold now Behemoth, which I made with thee, he eateth grass as an ox. 40. 16. Lo now, his strength is in his loins, and his force is in the navel of his belly. 40. 17. He moveth his tail like a cedar, the sinews of his stones are wrapped together. 40. 18. His bones are as strong pieces of brass, his bones are like bars of iron. 40. 19. He is the chief of the ways of God, he that made him can make his sword to approach unto him. 40. 20. Surely the mountains bring him forth food, where all the beasts of the field play. 40. 21. He leath under the shady trees, in the covert of the reed, and fens. 40. 22. The shady trees cover him with their shadow, the willows of the brook compass him about. 40. 23. Behold, he drinketh up a river, and hasteth not, he trusteth that he can draw up Jordan into his mouth. 40. 24. He taketh it with his eyes, his nose pierceth through snares. 41. 1. Canst thou draw out Leviathan with an hook? Or his tongue with a cord which thou lettest down? 41. 2. canst thou put an hook into his nose? Or bore his jaw through with a thorn? 41. 3. Will he make many supplications unto thee? Will he speak soft words unto thee? 41. 4. Will he make a covenant with thee? Wilt thou take him for a servant forever? 41. 5. Wilt thou play with him as with a bird? Or wilt thou bind him for thy maidens? 41. 6. Shall the companions make a banquet of him? Shall they part him among the merchants? 41. 7. Canst thou fill his skin with barbed irons? Or his head with fish spears? 41. 8. Lay thine hand upon him, remember the battle, do no more. 41. 9. Behold, the hope of him is in vain. Shall not one be cast down even at the sight of him? 41. 10. None is so fierce that dare stir him up. Who then is able to stand before me? 41. 11. Who hath prevented me, that I should repay him? Whatsoever is under the whole heaven is mine. 41. 12. I will not conceal his parts, nor his power, nor his comely proportion. 41. 13. Who can discover the face of his garment? Or who can come to him with his double bridle? 41. 14. Who can open the doors of his face? His teeth are terrible round about. 41. 15. His scales are www.hollybooks.com. Job. Page 308. His pride, shut up together as with a close seal. 41. 16. One is so near to another, that no air can come between them. 41. 17. They are joined one to another, they stick together, that they cannot be sundered. 41. 18. By his neesings a light doth shine, and his eyes are like the eyelids of the morning. 41. 19. Out of his mouth go burning lamps, and sparks of fire leap out. 41. 20. Out of his nostrils goeth smoke, as out of a seething pot or cauldron. 41. 21. His breath kindleth coals, and a flame goeth out of his mouth. 41. 22. In his neck remaineth strength, and sorrow is turned into joy before him. 41. 23. The flakes of his flesh are joined together. They are firm in themselves, they cannot be moved. 41. 24. His heart is as firm as a stone, yea, as hard as a piece of the nether millstone. 41. 25. When he raiseth up himself, the mighty are afraid, by reason of breakings they purify themselves. 41. 26. The sword of him that layeth at him cannot hold, the spear, the dart, nor the habergeon. 41. 27. He esteemeth iron as straw, and brass as rotten wood. 41. 28. The arrow cannot make him flee, slingstones are turned with him into stubble. 41. 29. Darts are counted as stubble, he laugheth at the shaking of a spear. 41. 30. Sharp stones are under him, he spreadeth sharp pointed things upon the mire. 41. 31. He maketh the deep to boil like a pot, he maketh the sea like a pot of ointment. 41. 32. He maketh a path to shine after him, one would think the deep to be hoary. 41. 33. Upon earth there is not his like, who is made without fear. 41. 34. He beholdeth all high things. He is a king over all the children of pride. 42. 1. Then Job answered the Lord, and said, 42. 2. I know that thou canst do everything, and that no thought can be withholden from thee. 42. 3. Who is he that hideth counsel without knowledge? Therefore have I uttered that I understood not, things too wonderful for me, which I knew not. 42. 4. Hear, I beseech thee, and I will speak. I will demand of thee, and declare thou unto me. 42. 5. I have heard of thee by the hearing of the ear, but now mine eye seeth thee. 42. 6. Wherefore I abhorred myself, and repent in dust and ashes. 42. 7. And it was so, that after the Lord had spoken these words unto Job, the Lord said to Eliphaz the Temanite, My wrath is kindled against thee, and against thy two friends, for ye have not spoken of me the thing that is right, as my servant Job hath. 42. 8. Therefore take unto you now 7 bullocks and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job, and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering, and my servant Job shall pray for you. For him will I accept, lest I deal with you after your folly, in that ye have not spoken of me the thing which is right, like my servant Job. 42. 9. So Eliphaz the Temanite and Bildad the Shuhite and Zophar the Naamathite went, and did according as the Lord commanded them. The Lord also accepted Job. 42. 10. And the Lord turned the captivity of Job, when he prayed for his friends. Also the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. 42. 11. Then came there unto him all his brethren, and all his sisters, and all they that had been of his acquaintance before, and did eat bread with him in his house. And they bemoaned him, and comforted him over all the evil that the Lord had brought upon him. Every man also gave him a piece of money, and every one an earring of gold. 42. 12. So the Lord blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning, for he had 14,000 sheep, and 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, and 1,000 she-asses. 42. 13. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. 42. 14. And he called the name of the first, Jemimah, and the name of the second, Keziah, and the name of the third, Karen-Happuch. 42. 15. And in all the land were no women found so fair as the daughters of Job, and their father gave them inheritance among their brethren. 42. 16. After this lived Job 140 years, and saw his sons, and his sons' sons, even 4 generations. 42. 17. So Job died, being old and full of Book of Psalms, Psalm 1, Book 1. 1. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. 1. 2. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. 1. 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season, his leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doth shall prosper. 1. 4. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. 1. 5. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. 1. 6. Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Psalm 2:1. Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together, against the Lord, and against his anointed, saying, 2. Let us break their bands asunder, and cast away their cords from us. 2. For he that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh, the Lord shall have them in derision. 2. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath, and vex them in his sore displeasure. 2. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. 2. I will declare the decree. The Lord hath said unto me, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. 2. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. 2. Thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. 2:10 Be wise now therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. 2:11 Serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. 2:12 Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Psalm 3. A psalm of David, when he fled from Absalom his son. 3:1 Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. 3:2 Many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Selah. 3:3 But thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of mine head. 3:4 I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Selah. www.hollybooks.com. Psalms. Page 310. 3:5 I laid me down and slept, I awaked, for the Lord sustained me. 3:6 I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people, that have set themselves against me round about. 3:7 Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for thou hast smitten all mine enemies upon the cheekbone, thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. 3:8 Salvation belongeth unto the Lord, thy blessing is upon thy people. Selah. Psalm 4. To the chief musician on Neganoth, a psalm of David. 4:1 Hear me when I call, O God of my righteousness. Thou hast enlarged me when I was in distress. Have mercy upon me, and hear my prayer. 4:2 O ye sons of men, how long will ye turn my glory into shame? How long will ye love vanity, and seek after leasing? Selah. 4:3 But know that the Lord hath set apart him that is godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call unto him. 4:4 Stand in awe, and sin not. Commune with your own heart upon your bed, and be still. Selah. 4:5 Offer the sacrifices of righteousness, and put your trust in the Lord. 4:6 There be many that say, Who will show us any good? Lord, lift thou up the light of thy countenance upon us. 4:7 Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time that their corn and their wine increased. 4:8 I will both lay me down in peace, and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. Psalm 5. To the chief musician upon Neoloth, a psalm of David. 5. 1. Give ear to my words, O Lord, consider my meditation. 5. 2. Hearken unto the voice of my cry, my King, and my God, for unto thee will I pray. 5. 3. My voice shalt thou hear in the morning, O Lord, in the morning will I direct my prayer unto thee, and will look up. 5. 4. For thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. 5. 5. The foolish shall not stand in thy sight, thou hadst all workers of iniquity. 5. 6. Thou shalt destroy them that speak leasing, the Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. 5. 7. But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple. 5. 8. Lead me, O Lord, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies, make thy way straight before my face. 5. 9. For there is no faithfulness in their mouth, their inward part is very wickedness, their throat is an open sepulchre, they flatter with their tongue. 5:10 Destroy thou them, O God, let them fall by their own counsels, cast them out in the multitude of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. 5:11 But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice, let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them, let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. 5:12 For thou, Lord, wilt bless the righteous, with favor wilt thou compass him as with a shield. Psalm 6. To the chief musician on Neganoth upon Sheminith, a psalm of David. www.hollybooks.com. Page 311. Psalms 6. 1. O Lord, rebuke me not in thine anger, neither chasten me in thy hot displeasure. 6. 2. Have mercy upon me, O Lord, for I am weak. O Lord, heal me, for my bones are vexed. 6. 3. My soul is also sore vexed, but thou, O Lord, how long? 6. 4. Return, O Lord, deliver my soul, O save me for thy mercy's sake. 6. 5. For in death there is no remembrance of thee, in the grave who shall give thee thanks? 6. 6. I am weary with my groaning, all the night make I my bed to swim, I water my couch with my tears. 6. 7. Mine eye is consumed because of grief, it waxeth old because of all mine enemies. 6. 8. Depart from me, all ye workers of iniquity, for the Lord hath heard the voice of my weeping. 6. 9. The Lord hath heard my supplication, the Lord will receive my prayer. 6:10 Let all mine enemies be ashamed and sore vexed, let them return and be ashamed suddenly. Psalm 7. Shiggaion of David, which he sang unto the Lord, concerning the words of Cush the Benjamite. 7. 1. O Lord my God, in thee do I put my trust, save me from all them that persecute me, and deliver me. 7. 2. Lest he tear my soul like a lion, rending it in pieces, while there is none to deliver. 7. 3. O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there be iniquity in my hands. 7. 4. If I have rewarded evil unto him that was at peace with me, yea, I have delivered him that without cause is mine enemy. Smiley face. 7. 5. Let the enemy persecute my soul, and take it, yea, let him tread down my life upon the earth, and lay mine honor in the dust. Selah. 7. 6. Arise, O Lord, in thine anger, lift up thyself because of the rage of mine enemies, and awake for me to the judgment that thou hast commanded. 7. 7. So shall the congregation of the people compass thee about, for their sakes therefore return thou on high. 7. 8. The Lord shall judge the people. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness, and according to mine integrity that is in me. 7. 9. O let the wickedness of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous God trieth the hearts and reins. 7:10 My defense is of God, which saveth the upright in heart. 7:11 God judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day. 7:12 If he turn not, he will whet his sword, he hath bent his bow, and made it ready. 7:13 He hath also prepared for him the instruments of death, he ordaineth his arrows against the persecutors. 7:14 Behold, he travaileth with iniquity, and hath conceived mischief, and brought forth falsehood. 7:15 He made a pit, and digged it, and is fallen into the ditch which he made. 7:16 His mischief shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down upon his own pate. 7:17 I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High. Psalm 8. To the chief musician upon gittith, a psalm of David. 8. 1 O Lord our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Who hast set thy glory above the heavens. 8. 2 Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained. www.hollybooks.com. Psalms. Page 312. Strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger. 8. 3 When I consider thy heavens, the work of thy fingers, the moon and the stars, which thou hast ordained. 8. 4 What is man, that thou art mindful of him? And the Son of Man, that thou visitest him? 8. 5 For thou hast made him a little lower than the angels, and hast crowned him with glory and honor. 8. 6 Thou madest him to have dominion over the works of thy hands. Thou hast put all things under his feet. 8. 7 All sheep and oxen, yea, and the beasts of the field. 8. 8 The fowl of the air, and the fish of the sea, and whatsoever passeth through the paths of the seas. 8. 9 O Lord our Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. Psalm 9. To the chief musician upon Muthlaban, a psalm of David. 9. 1 I will praise thee, O Lord, with my whole heart, I will show forth all thy marvelous works. 9. 2 I will be glad and rejoice in thee. I will sing praise to thy name, O thou Most High. 9. 3 When mine enemies are turned back, they shall fall and perish at thy presence. 9. 4 For thou hast maintained my right and my cause. Thou sattest in the throne judging right. 9. 5 Thou hast rebuked the heathen. Thou hast destroyed the wicked. Thou hast put out their name forever and ever. 9. 6 O thou enemy, destructions are come to a perpetual end, and thou hast destroyed cities, their memorial is perished with them. 7 But the Lord shall endure forever. He hath prepared his throne for judgment. 9, 8 And he shall judge the world in righteousness. He shall minister judgment to the people in uprightness. 9, 9 The Lord also will be a refuge for the oppressed, a refuge in times of trouble. 9, 10 And they that know thy name will put their trust in thee. For thou, Lord, hast not forsaken them that seek thee. 9, 11 Sing praises to the Lord, which dwelleth in Zion. Declare among the people his doings. 9, 12 When he maketh inquisition for blood, he remembereth them. He forgetteth not the cry of the humble. 9, 13 Have mercy upon me, O Lord. Consider my trouble, which I suffer of them that hate me, thou that liftest me up from the gates of death. 9:14 That I may show forth all thy praise in the gates of the daughter of Zion. I will rejoice in thy salvation. 9:15 The heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made. In the net which they hid is their own foot taken. 9:16 The Lord is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Higayan. Salah. 9:17 The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget God. 9:18 For the needy shall not always be forgotten. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. 9:19 Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail, let the heathen be judged in thy sight. 9:20 Put them in fear, O Lord, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Selah. Psalm 10. Psalm 10. 10. 1 Why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hiddest thou thyself in times of trouble? 10. 2 The wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. www.hollybooks.com. Page 313. Psalms 10. 3 For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blesseth the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. 10. 4 The wicked, through the pride of his countenance, will not seek after God. God is not in all his thoughts. 10. 5 His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. 10. 6 He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity. 10. 7 His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity. 10. 8 He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privily set against the poor. 10. 9 He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den. He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor, when he draweth him into his net. 10:10 He crutcheth, and humbleth himself, that the poor may fall by his strong ones. 10:11 He hath said in his heart, God hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. 10:12 Arise, O Lord, O God, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. 10:13 Wherefore doth the wicked contemn God? He hath said in his heart, Thou wilt not require it. 10:14 Thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite, to requite it with thy hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee, thou art the helper of the fatherless. 10:15 break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. 10:16 The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land. 10:17 Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear. 10:18 To judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress. Psalm 11. To the chief musician, a Psalm of David. 11:1 In the Lord put I my trust. How say ye to my soul, flee as a bird to your mountain. 11:2 For, lo, the wicked bend their bow, they make ready their arrow upon the string, that they may privily shoot at the upright in heart. 11:3 If the foundations be destroyed, what can the righteous do? 11:4 The Lord is in his holy temple, the Lord's throne is in heaven, his eyes behold, his eyelids try, the children of men. 11:5 The Lord trieth the righteous, but the wicked and him that loveth violence his soul hateth. 11:6 Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire and brimstone, and an horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. 11:7 For the righteous Lord loveth righteousness, his countenance doth behold the upright. Psalm 12. To the chief musician upon Sheminith, a psalm of David. 12:1 Help, Lord, for the godly man ceaseth, for the faithful fail from among the children of men. 12:2 They speak vanity every one with his neighbor, with flattering lips and with a double heart do they speak. 12:3 The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips, and the tongue that speaketh proud things. 12:4 Who have said, with our tongue will we prevail, our lips are our own, who is Lord over us? www.hollybooks.com. Psalms. Page 314. 12:5 For the oppression of the poor, for the sighing of the needy, now will I arise, saith the Lord, I will set him in safety from him that puffeth at him. 12:6 The words of the Lord are pure words, as silver tried in a furnace of earth, purified 7 times. 12:7 Thou shalt keep them, O Lord, thou shalt preserve them from this generation forever. 12:8 The wicked walk on every side, when the vilest men are exalted. Psalm 13. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. 13:1 How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord? Forever, how long wilt thou hide thy face from me? 13:2 How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall mine enemy be exalted over me? 13:3 Consider and hear me, O Lord my God. Lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death. 13:4 Lest mine enemies say, I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved. 13:5 But I have trusted in thy mercy, my heart shall rejoice in thy salvation. 13:6 I will sing unto the Lord, because he hath dealt bountifully with me. Psalm 14. To the chief musician, a psalm of David. 14:1 The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt, they have done abominable works, there is none that doth good. 14 2. The Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men, to see if there were any that did understand, and seek God. 14. 3. They are all gone aside, they are all together become filthy. There is none that doth good, no, not one. 14. 4. Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge? Who eat up my people as they eat bread, and call not upon the Lord. 14. 5. There were they in great fear, for God is in the generation of the righteous. 14. 6. Ye have shamed the counsel of the poor, because the Lord is his refuge. 14. 7. Oh, that the salvation of Israel were come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of his people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad. Psalm 15. A Psalm of David. 15. 1. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? 15. 2. He that walketh uprightly, and worketh righteousness, and speaketh the truth in his heart. 15. 3. He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor. 15. 4. In whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honoureth them that fear the Lord. He that sweareth to his own hurt, and changeth not. 15. 5. He that putteth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doth these things shall never be moved. Psalm 16. www.hollybooks.com. Page 315. Psalms. Michtam of David. 16. 1. Preserve me, O God, for in thee do I put my trust. 16. 2. O my soul, thou hast said unto the Lord, Thou art my Lord. My goodness extendeth not to thee. 16. 3. But to the saints that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. 16. 4. Their sorrows shall be multiplied that hasten after another God. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. 16. 5. The Lord is the portion of mine inheritance and of my cup. Thou maintainest my lot. 16. 6. The lines are fallen unto me in pleasant places. Yea, I have a goodly heritage. 16. 7. I will bless the Lord, who hath given me counsel. My reins also instruct me in the night seasons. 16. 8. I have set the Lord always before me. Because he is at my right hand, I shall not be moved. 16. 9. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoiceth. My flesh also shall rest in hope. 16:10 For thou wilt not leave my soul in hell, neither wilt thou suffer thine Holy One to see corruption. 16:11 Thou wilt show me the path of life. In thy presence is fullness of joy, at thy right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Psalm 17. A prayer of David. 17. 1. Hear the right, O Lord, attend unto my cry, give ear unto my prayer, that goeth not out of feigned lips. 17. 2. Let my sentence come forth from thy presence, let thine eyes behold the things that are equal. 17. 3. Thou hast proved mine heart, thou hast visited me in the night, thou hast tried me, and shalt find nothing. I am purposed that my mouth shall not transgress. 17. For concerning the words of men, by the word of thy lips I have kept me from the paths of the destroyer. 17. 5. Hold up my goings in thy paths, that my footsteps slip not. 17. 6. I have called upon thee, for thou wilt hear me, O God. Incline thine ear unto me, and hear my speech. 17. 7. Show thy marvelous loving kindness, O thou that savest by thy right hand them which put their trust in thee from those that rise up against them. 17. 8. Keep me as the apple of the eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wings. 17. 9. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies, who compass me about. 17:10 They are enclosed in their own fat, with their mouth they speak proudly. 17:11 They have now compassed us in our steps, they have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. 17:12 Like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places. 17:13 Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. 17:14 From men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure. They are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. 17:15 As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness. I shall be satisfied, when I awake, with thy likeness. Psalm 18. To the chief musician, a psalm of David, the servant of the Lord, who www.hollybooks.com. Psalms. Page 316. Spake unto the Lord the words of this song in the day that the Lord delivered him from the hand of all his enemies, and from the hand of Saul, and he said. 18. 1. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. 18. 2. The Lord is my rock, and my fortress, and my deliverer, my God, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler, and the horn of my salvation, and my high tower. 18. 3. I will call upon the Lord, who is worthy to be praised, so shall I be saved from mine enemies. 18. 4. The sorrows of death compassed me, and the floods of ungodly men made me afraid. 18. 5. The sorrows of hell compassed me about, the snares of death prevented me. 18. 6. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and cried unto my God. He heard my voice out of his temple, and my cry came before him, even into his ears. 18. 7. Then the earth shook and trembled, the foundations also of the hills moved and were shaken, because he was wroth. 18. 8. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire out of his mouth devoured, coals were kindled by it. 18. 9. He bowed the heavens also, and came down, and darkness was under his feet. 18:10 And he rode upon a cherub, and did fly, yea, he did fly upon the wings of the wind. 18:11 He made darkness his secret place, his pavilion round about him were dark waters, and thick clouds of the skies. 18:12 At the brightness that was before him his thick clouds passed, hail, stones, and coals of fire. 18:13 The Lord also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hail, stones, and coals of fire. 18:14 Yea, he sent out his arrows, and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings, and discomfited them. 18:15 Then the channels of waters were seen, and the foundations of the world were discovered at thy rebuke, O Lord, at the blast of the breath of thy nostrils. 18:16 He sent from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. 18:17 He delivered me from my strong enemy, and from them which hated me, for they were too strong for me. 18:18 They prevented me in the day of my calamity, but the Lord was my stay. 18:19 He brought me forth also into a large place. He delivered me, because he delighted in me. 18:20 The Lord rewarded me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands hath he recompensed me. 18:21 For I have kept the ways of the Lord, and have not wickedly departed from my God. 18:22 For all his judgments were before me, and I did not put away his statutes from me. 18:23 I was also upright before him, and I kept myself from mine iniquity. 18:24 Therefore hath the Lord recompensed me according to my righteousness, according to the cleanness of my hands in his eyesight. 18:25 With the merciful thou wilt show thyself merciful, with an upright man thou wilt show thyself upright. 18:26 With the pure thou wilt show thyself pure, and with the froward thou wilt show thyself froward. 18:27 For thou wilt save the afflicted people, but wilt bring down high looks. 18:28 For thou wilt light my candle, the Lord my God will enlighten my darkness. 18:29 For by thee I have run through a troop, and by my God have I leapt over a wall. 18:30 As for God, his way is perfect, the word of the Lord is tried, he is a buckler to all those that trust in him. 18:31 For who is God save the Lord? Or who is a rock save our God? 18:32 It is God that girdeth me with strength, and maketh my way perfect. www.hollybooks.com. Page 317. Psalms. 18:33 He maketh my feet like hinds' feet, and setteth me upon my high places. 18:34 He teacheth my hands to war, so that a bow of steel is broken by mine arms. 18:35 Thou hast also given me the shield of thy salvation, and thy right hand hath holden me up, and thy gentleness hath made me great. 18:36 Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, that my feet did not slip. 18:37 I have pursued mine enemies, and overtaken them, neither did I turn again till they were consumed. 18:38 I have wounded them that they were not able to rise, they are fallen under my feet. 18:39 For thou hast girded me with strength unto the battle, thou hast subdued under me those that rose up against me. 18:40 Thou hast also given me the necks of mine enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. 18:41 They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. 18:42 Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind, I did cast them out as the dirt in the streets. 18:43 Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen, a people whom I have not known shall serve me. 18:44 As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me, the strangers shall submit themselves unto me. 18:45 The strangers shall fade away, and be afraid out of their close places. 1846 The Lord liveth, and blessed be my rock, and let the God of my salvation be exalted. 1847 It is God that avengeth me, and subdueth the people under me. 1848 He delivereth me from mine enemies. Yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. 1849 Therefore will I give thanks unto thee, O Lord, among the heathen, and sing praises unto thy name. 1850 Great deliverance giveth he to his king, and sheweth mercy to his anointed, to David, and to his seed forevermore.